We now know the date of when exactly Rockstar Games has to tell us the fate of Grand Theft Auto 6. Will it be staying and arriving in fall 2025, or will it be delayed? We'll be talking about when that is and more, all in this video today. So the craziest part about all of this, and I don't think Take-Two Interactive timed this on purpose, it's been 500 days since the first Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer arrived. What a crazy 24 hours that was. We obviously had the lead up and the build up to it, because Rockstar had announced days before when exactly it was going to be coming out. And we also knew that so many thousands of people were waiting for it to be dropped thanks to the YouTube Premiere feature, which might have actually been one of the reasons why it leaked, and the sort of access to the back end like that. And then, of course, having it leak early, Rockstar having to sort of shift and focus their plans around a different sort of reveal tactic. But nevertheless, it's one of the most successful trailers of all time. As things currently stand, it has over 250 million views, 250 million, which is absolutely insane. And again, it took only 500 days to achieve those numbers, which is crazy. And again, it makes you wonder what the second trailer will end up doing in terms of numbers, what it will be about. Will it more focus on Jason? Will it more focus on the world of Vice City and the state of Leonida versus sort of Lucia and her backstory? So many questions yet to answer, and I actually think we have a pretty good idea of when we'll be able to hear from Rockstar Games next, and that is because their parent company, Take-Two Interactive, has made a huge announcement. So they announced this earlier today: Take-Two Interactive Software Inc. to report fourth quarter and fiscal year 2025 results on Thursday, May 15th, 2025. Going on to say, Take-Two Interactive Software Inc. today announced that it has plans to report financial results for its fourth quarter and fiscal year 2025, which ended March 31st, 2025, after the markets close on Thursday, May 15th, 2025. The company plans to hold a conference call to discuss its results at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which can be accessed by dialing these phone numbers. A live listen-only webcast and replay of the call will be available at Take-Two Interactive's website. So that right there is the day. That is the deadline for Rockstar Games, because on that earnings call, Take-Two Interactive is legally obligated to provide an update on when Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be coming out. They can no longer say calendar year 2025. They can no longer say fall of 2025. They're going to have to provide an update. And that update is going to have to either be exactly when the game is going to be coming out, like October 28th or November 11th or whatever the case might be, or they will have to say the game has been pushed back and ultimately delayed into 2026. Now, the reason this sets a deadline for Rockstar is because typically Take-Two Interactive will not talk about news related to Rockstar Games or their titles unless it comes directly from them. And I think whether it's good news or bad news in terms of the game staying in 2025 or being pushed back, I don't think that's news that Take-Two Interactive wants to break on their earnings call. That's something we would have to hear straight hand from Rockstar Games. So really, we are less than 30 days away from getting an update on Grand Theft Auto 6. And I know that sounds wild because it's been 500 days since they've talked about it last, but we are literally in the last 30 days of silence here. We're gonna know something. And we just hope that that something is good news, and we also hope that that something comes along with some other things about the game, whether it be screenshots, whether it be a second trailer, whether it be, again, just more information about Vice City, the world of Leonida, our two main characters, Jason and Lucia, what their story is. We're really, really close to that date officially happening. And again, this is something I kind of touched on in my video the other day, how because Rockstar Games uploaded that trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online being available on PC in a enhanced version available on Game Pass, they've essentially cleared the deck. They have nothing more to talk about other than Grand Theft Auto 6. Of course, they do have random things to discuss, like, for example, the thing they talked about earlier today was some bonuses for Grand Theft Auto Online, all surrounding sort of 420 and the holiday that's happening in the next couple of days. And so, of course, all the bonuses, discounts, sales, and more in Grand Theft Auto Online have to do with either Lamar or the weed businesses. So it's certainly a fun week in Grand Theft Auto Online, and that's sort of the stuff that I'm talking about. Rockstar Games will indeed sort of still do stuff like that. They might even mention Red Dead Online again, but as far as the big announcements go, Rockstar Games has nothing else to talk about other than Grand Theft Auto 6. And the time has officially started. We now know the date in which Rockstar has until they tell us something. So will it happen within the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks? Will Rockstar wait until the very last minute? I hope they do not do that, but at least now we know when to expect to hear an update on Grand Theft Auto 6, the game we've been waiting so long for. And speaking of Take-Two Interactive, around that earnings call, a lot of people are obviously going to be paying attention to the potential Grand Theft Auto 6 news and the impact that it's going to have on their company. In fact, I saw this article on seekingalpha.com, GTA 6 Gold Rush, how Take-Two's blockbuster bet is set to explode. I'll leave a link to the entire article in the description if you guys are interested. But again, here's the summary. It says Take-Two Interactive stock is up 8% in the last week, driven by anticipation for Grand Theft Auto 6, despite broader market downturns. CEO and Chairman Strauss Zelnick reassures investors, emphasizing the company's commitment to quality and the potential for record-breaking sales with GTA 6's upcoming release, as analysts predict a 30% upside, with GTA 6 potentially generating $2.2 to $2.98 billion in its first year, significantly boosting Take-Two Interactive's financials. And despite risks like overlapping console ownership and pricing variations, Take-Two's strong track record in GTA's enduring appeal make the stock a clear buy. There's some crazy numbers in there, generating $2.2 to nearly $3 billion in its first year. Again, I could totally see that happening, even kind of being, again, like they say, in an overlapping console year. Some people still hanging on to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Some people have the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. Some people might be waiting for the new versions, PlayStation 6 and whatever Microsoft seemingly comes up with. But the fact that its stock is up 8% in the past week, I think fans are getting cautiously optimistic here that the game is still going to arrive here in fall of 2025. So there's definitely a lot of different scenarios that could happen over the next 30 days. Some really great ones and honestly some really bad ones. Honestly, I would say the worst case scenario is announcing that the game will not be coming out in fall 2025 and has a delay of like spring 2026, where they give like another vague date and they sprinkle in some screenshots just so we don't, go absolutely insane with the terrible news. Obviously, I would say the best case scenario would be announcing a second trailer. With that, at the end of it, confirming the release date of whether it be October, November 2025, giving us the ability to pre-order the game, more screenshots and information dump. That's like the best case scenario. So hopefully it's not on the bad side. Hopefully it's somewhere on the good side. Let me know what you think Rockstar Games is going to do, though, in those comments down below. Now that we have the official date deadline of May 15th, 2025, Rockstar Games has to say something by then. They have to update us so that Take-Two Interactive can legally update its investors, shareholders, stockholders on that earnings call. Again, let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.